my channel. A lot of you know me from OK Tested and Instagram, and now you're going to know me from Girl Mohi YouTube. So since the dawn of time, I have been getting questions about what is my curly hair routine, what products I use, what steps I take, and of course my name is Girl Mohi, so I thought what better way to start my own YouTube channel. So here it goes. A few things to note before we start. This is something that you can't do regularly. I myself don't do like the whole CG method, out and about. I don't do it regularly because you need a lot of time on your hands. You need to cancel every plan possible and actually calculate, when are you actually going out, are you going to be seen in public to execute this, from start to finish. So that's there. This is my summer routine. It changes according to season. So let's get right into it. Now, having curly hair is like having a pet. So you need to give it, love and care and nourishment and hydration, all those things that your cat needs, your hair also needs. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Here we go. So step 1. Comb and brush. The first thing that I do in my routine is comb and brush my hair. This is not something that a lot of curly girls prefer doing in this stage. Some prefer doing it later when it's wet. But I want to remove tangles before I start washing because apparently your hair is weaker when it's wet. So I prefer doing it at this stage. So I also comb my hair once a little later in my routine, but this basically helps remove the knots that I already had in my hair, and later on it's not as knotty. So it's smooth sailing and smooth combing when my conditioner is on. So the first thing I do is that I section my hair into 2 halves. I clip the other half and I start by combing one small section with a wide tooth comb. This is the general width which works for most people. And the other thing I use is a Tangle Teaser hairbrush. I'm sorry for the way it looks, it's been abused by my hair. So now this is a long drawn process and it's probably the secret to my kind of toned arms, I'm guessing. And also, by the way, if you ask me why I don't comb my hair, this is the reason. And the end result of what brushing does to my hair. Enter the love child of Chewbacca and Cousin It. So now this is generally a long and painful process, literally, if you have a lot of knots. So I usually put something on the TV or I play an audiobook while I'm doing this, so it makes the whole process less boring. Now the next thing I do is oil my hair. So I'm going to use more on my scalp and less on my hair because I just got it colored and I don't want it to have a short life. So for this pre-conditioning I've used 2 products. So the first one I've used is Marula Argan and Lavender Hair Oil by Juicy Chemistry. This one's great for hair fall and it's really been helping me. The other one I've used is Neem Butter Pumpkin and Ginger Hair Mask, and this one's for dandruff because I'm a real head scratcher. And in winters I become particularly flaky because I cancel all plans. Sorry guys. Moving on to step 3, which is shampoo. Now this is the most no-brainer part of the routine because everybody washes their hair. That's just how the world works. So from this point on, I ensure my hair is always upside down because that ensures I retain maximum volume and moisture. If any of you are horror filmmakers, please consider this as my audition tape. Thank you very much. And now I'm gonna go rinse seamed leather. Now the product I'm using is Vela Envigo Color Brilliance, which is basically for again color treated hair, and it's sulfate free and works really well for me. Now another shampoo that I'm using a little bit of, I usually like making shampoo cocktails. The other one I use is OGX Coconut Curls. It smells divine and has just done wonders to my hair. So definitely recommend this shampoo. Moving on to step 4, which is conditioner. And welcome back, Samara from the ring. After my hair is rinsed and everything, now it's time to work up the conditioner in my hair. Now the biggest lie that anyone can tell you is the whole dime-sized amount that you need to use. That's absolute crap. So these are my tiny hands. I usually put like this much, a glob of conditioner in my hand and then work it into my hair, and it still never feels enough. So now I work the conditioner in my hair and I leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes. So the product I've used is Curl Up Intense Hydrating Hair Mask. Normally I use the Curl Up's Curl Hydrating Conditioner, but now that I'm going all out and I have time to spare, so I use the mask just to pamper my hair a little bit more. So now it's time to wash the conditioner off. I don't really rinse my conditioner off. I use this method that I recently discovered. So I use a bowl, just like any plastic bowl lying around which your mother is not too fond of. So now I put all my hair in that bowl and pour very gentle streams of water into it, and then rinse the rest of my hair within the water of that bowl. I know it sounds disgusting, but this is the best way to retain as much moisture as you can, which comes from that conditioner. Now this may not be feasible if you have shorter hair. I guess you should just stick to rinsing. Otherwise, just don't rinse your conditioner off completely, because that also kind of gives you a little bit of leave-in texture and gives you a good amount of nice moisture that can take you a long way. Now what I do is I gently comb my hair with a white tooth comb. A lot of people prefer doing it while the conditioner is still on, and some people do it when they put their leave-in cream. I do it just in between the two steps. Okay, now comes the next step, step 5, which is basically working up all the leave-in products in your hair. Now it's very important to do this step while your hair is still wet, not soaking wet, but if you comb it just before this, you've just made sure that all the excess water has kind of drained out, so you have just enough moisture to kind of catch all the goodness of the leave-in creams that you're going to use. Now after I apply the leave-in cream all over my hair, I position my hands as though I'm praying, and I basically massage all the leave-in cream into my hair. Now for this routine, I've used Curl Up's Curl Defining Cream as my leave-in cream. Another product that I swear by is Fix My Curls Stay Leave-in Cream. I basically alternate between the two and use whichever I feel like. So after the leave-in cream, I like to apply a nice curly gel, which gives me a nice glossy cast on my hair. For this, I've used Curl Up's Ultra Defining Hair Gel. I've also used a lot of other gels for the same purpose over time. I'll be linking that in the description below, along with all other products that I've used and some suggestions, of course, of products that I swear by. Now after you're done with the leave-in cream and gel, now begins your upper body workout, which is called scrunching. Now the first time around, you start doing it right after you've put your leave-in cream in gel. This is basically to drain out all the excess water without really disturbing the texture of your curls. So it has just come to my notice that there has been a toilet roll lying in this frame the whole time. I'm just going to go remove it and come back. Just a pity, I was literally on a roll. Now comes the not so fun part of drying your hair. Now people with curly hair would know this, that drying your hair takes anything between 2 to 8 hours, literally, depending on how much effort you put into it or what you're doing, what's the climate, what season, everything. So in summers, I usually let my hair air dry if I have the time. I don't do this as an isolated activity. I usually again listen to an audiobook or watch a TV show while I do this. If I have dripping wet hair, I also use a microfiber towel, but I still prefer light scrunching with my bare hands and air drying, because I don't want the product being absorbed by the towel. Now what you should not be using is the towel that you use to dry your body. What you should use is a microfiber towel. You get this online easily, or you use a cotton t-shirt and just do the same scrunching and drying with it. Now this was specifically my version of the CG method. People with curly hair usually put their own minor tweaks or do their own versions of it, depending on whatever suits their hair. Now this was my summer routine. I also have a different winter routine which involves a hair dryer, a lot of crying about the cold and self-pity mostly. So like with most things, even with curly hair, it takes time to really learn about what's the best for your hair, what products really gel well with your hair. So over the years, I've used a lot of trial and error to really, learn what suits me best. But what I have come to know is that the first and best thing that you do for your hair is that you learn to love it, and everything else will just fall into place. And with all that, this is the final result. I still feel like my hair has not completely dried, because on the day that you wash your hair, you never feel like it's ever going to dry. It's a curse. So that was my curly hair routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you did, and comment down below what you'd like me to do next, or whatever your curly hair routine is, or just about anything. Just say hi to me in the comments, yaar. Come on. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join my cult. That is my cat.